Greetings, giving thanks. Ross reports the headline. Right now I'm going to be speaking about Boka Haram. You know, apparently they've gone and attacked the neighboring country, Chad, and it appears that they're spreading in size, in number, and magnitude. It's also believed that suicide bombers working for Boka Haram are terrorizing the region. This is not so. Okay, folks, you have to understand, Africa is a poor nation. The people are poor. They haven't traditionally stood up for themselves because they're not traditionally, naturally aligned with the capital shitstem. This is a socialist race. We are socialist people by nature, because that's the gift that's been given unto us. Now, it doesn't mean you can't train and adapt people and make people subservient to your wicked ways. But yet, inside, there's that spirit. The spirit prevails, and the African people have spirit. What they do is they're hiring these insurgents, these military militias called Boka Haram. And they feed them a bunch of lies. You know, you can have a promise, you know, 100 wives, and you're going to live in a lap of luxury. Whatever they tell them, it's working. All the effort they put into Africa, and this is the result they've gotten. We're not degrading and destroying this group. We're multiplying them. Because we want a reason to go into the region as a concerted force and to establish our rule of law and our infrastructure. And it's companies like Shell and BP that are going to be going into these countries and setting up. And it's really those assets, those resources that our military is paid to protect. So now, in order to avoid a conflict where the American public discovers that the American military is getting paid from external sources, they have to go and train. An illusion of luxury, and you only need to find a few guys at the top, right, to keep the order. You give them, it's just like Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. They always pay their top managers lovely salaries because they know they're the head oppressor. And they're the ones that are going to be delegating, command and control. Fire this guy, fire that guy. I don't give a shit about this. Doesn't matter. Business, 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 business. And we've already discovered that the propagating arm was a fake figure. He was a CIA intel or he worked for somebody. Maybe he was like that CIA guy that spilled the beans to James Risen. I don't know. You know, they find these guys, and you can see, I mean, you could look at that video from a mile away and tell that this guy is just a fraud, a phony. And yet, somehow, some way, people still believe it all. You see, they use language like trolling, fake news. Certain language is meant to categorize and distinguish certain groups, individuals from one another in order to discredit everything that individuals that aren't aligned with the capitalist system say. And here's, well, we can't all make ours without the expense of something catastrophic happening. And that's what we're seeing all over the world. People just want to make theirs. You've got more billionaires now than you ever have. Last year, I think there was 22 more billionaires that were added to the list of the United States of America billionaires. Folks, you can't do it. It either doesn't make any sense because the money's being printed, quantitative easing, and everything's being at the same time deflated, dilution, or somebody's taking too much.